Fuentes, a former assistant director of the FBI, and if my recollection serves me right, at any given time there's only 3 in the United States. I believe it's New York's office, LA's office, and Washington, D.C. Tom, would you correct me if I'm wrong, sir?
As an assistant director, at headquarters, there's probably about 15 or 20 divisions, but there's only 5 or so that actually run investigations. So we have criminal division, national security division, counterterrorism division. I ran international operations division, which meant all FBI work all around the world. We had about 80 offices outside the United States in U.S. embassies and consulates worldwide. And I was also on the board of Interpol. It was a completely different FBI from what we see today. We're going to get him removed. That was outrageous. I've never, ever imagined FBI executives talking like that, much less thinking like that, and taking action upon it to try to get rid of a presidential candidate and then later the president himself.
We're watching the direction the country's going, and it's disconcerting, and we don't seem to be able to get the brakes on. And there's a credibility issue now, not just with the government, the media, but they've undermined the FBI. I also mentioned that every 12 hours, the FBI was opening up a case regarding China and their activities in this country. I mean, I don't want to get political or contentious. It serves no purpose. I personally think that someone within the Democratic Party dropped the boom on Joe Biden. I don't think this was a Republican, because if it was, Tom, I think they'd be running around out there taking credit.
President of the United States. He has the authority to declassify anything and everything he chooses. And there's no mechanism for me. He doesn't have to write on the document. He doesn't have to change the file. He doesn't have to do anything. He can just, if he removes that file from the White House and it gets sent to Mar A Lago, it's still unclassified. He declassified it. Vice President has no such authority to have documents in his possession or out of his office or out of the executive offices of the government or out of the White House at any time.
What are the consequences now for Joe Biden? And I don't think there's a diplomatic way to say that he stole classified information and grossly mishandled them. If he took this information and he properly managed it, you know, you could kind of reconcile this somehow. Like maybe he's going to do memoirs. You could have some rationalization attached to this. Leaving them in the garage with your Corvette in boxes, or spewing about in your home, or in a university, library. What exactly are we going to do with this guy? Should we be going down this road of impeachment and possibly discussions of treason?
Well, the road, first of all, with Biden should be investigation. So now you've got a special prosecutor appointed by Garland. Is he going to be free to do his job? Are they going to be diligent? Or is he going to have a bunch of strocks on the investigative team that are going to try to cover up during that investigation?